Hello everyone, and I want to talk about a serious topic today, the reckless erosion of trust that we've been seeing over the last several weeks with the new administration. We've really seen a breakdown of constitutional checks and balances. It's not about partisan politics, doesn't matter who is in power in terms of left and right. The challenge is how the current administration's policies are undermining trust in the system by destroying institutions that we've built up from the left and from the right alike over the last centuries of the American Republic. The sweeping policy shifts are undermining the institutions. For example, let's talk about the federal hiring freeze and civil service dismantlement through the deferred resignations. There's hiring bans, there's forced resignations, which are seriously weakening government expertise. For example, the federal schedule order that reclassifies 50,000 supervisor positions out of our federal government employees of 2.2 million as political instead of civil. That's very, very dangerous. It's going from previous merit-based hiring to political-based hiring and choosing to appoint people just based on their political affiliation rather than their merit. This is very dangerous. So are the early retirement offers, the deferred resignation offers. All of that is undermining our civil service, which is one of the most valuable things we have, a good quality civil service. The institutional memory loss will be fundamentally damaging, and citizens like you and I will suffer as government services are going to be increasingly worsened in quality. There's also the retreat from global cooperation and leadership. We're withdrawing from organizations like the WHO, we're shutting down, the Trump administration is shutting down US aid. All of that is breaking American commitments that we've made and we are seen to have made. And that's threatening global security for lots and lots of people around the world. And that's very much undermining American soft power and the perception of America as a reliable, trustworthy partner. We are breaking our word. We're breaking our word to our global partners. We're breaking our word to the Federal Civil Service. We're also breaking our word to the domestic partners. But let's talk about the institutionally, from the international perspective. Global rivals like China and Russia are gaining influence as a result. And the multilateral international order that very much benefits the US is being severely undermined as a result of all of this. That harms our ability to collaborate effectively with allies, which is a fundamental to our power to have effective problem solving internationally. Domestically, the freeze on domestic funds by the Trump administration has been very damaging, where it's saying, well, we can freeze any funds we like, and we don't have to listen to what Congress has said. The Congress is the one that actually controls the purse, and the Trump administration is now saying it doesn't have to spend the money that Congress allocated. That's very, very dangerous. I mean, the Democrats will be doing that in the future. It's not about left or right. I don't care. This is not about left or right. This is about precedent, and this is about how our government functions. It's creating constitutional crisis. It's very much damaging democratic norms through dismantling civil rights. It's signaling institutional betrayal of our commitments, the commitments we've made to all of our veterans, to all people who are dependent on the federal government, older people dependent on Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, with all the people who are laboring, the Labor Department, the unions, children, schools, educational systems. I mean, all of that is very much influenced by the federal government. I mean, what about businesses that are getting permits and having randomly permits withdrawn? That's very dangerous. So public despair and lack of trust will weaken as our institutional systems weaken. Trust in stable and cooperative governance is being fundamentally undermined. Our social contract is being undermined. Now, we do see, fortunately, the legal system is placing some injunctions on this great constitutional executive overreach, the destruction of the previous constitutional balance. And so we do see some injunctions, which is good, but we need to do a lot more. And we need to highlight the destruction of trust, the destruction of promises. One thing I really dislike is breaking promises. We've made so many promises, we've made commitments, and now those promises are being broken. Who will trust us ever again? Who will trust the government of the United States, domestically and internationally? How can that trust be maintained? So this is the danger of the current course of action, a reckless erosion of trust. And that's what I want you to be thinking about and how to address the situation. I hope you found this episode of the Wise Decision Makers Show helpful. Please make sure to subscribe wherever you checked out the show and leave a review. It helps others discover the show and helps us improve the show. And if you have any questions, as always, email me at gleb, Gleb, at disasteravoidanceexperts.com. So gleb at disasteravoidanceexperts.com.